Testing, testing. All right. Okay, let's get ready for the news pop. I believe it's CPI today. What is PPI? Sorry, 5 minutes. We had a pullback from yesterday. We had some nukes on our indicator that played out. That was pretty nice. Had a little bit of chop suey before the actual drop, though. Hit the previous week mid and the previous month high for popping up here. Do we go sweep this previous swing low? We'll just mark these off. Previous swing low and previous swing high. Let's go hop. Welcome to the lovely viewer that joined us. Thank you. We haven't taken any trades yet, by the way. All right. Let's unmute here. There we go. And we are live. Let's go see what the damage on this news drop's going to be. So far, negative 600 in delta for the session. Popped down into 1,000 sell side and then pushed out. Let's go see. We had relatively low lots the entire time. So it could really do whatever it wants for this news. We're at settlement at 23.17 is settlement. And this is the day's open. We're just right inside this idiot box. Two minutes. Took a power nap just before coming on to get a little bit of rest. We had workout in the morning and then work all day. In less than a minute. 41 seconds. Let's go into the 30-second here. Don't really have much volume point of controls down here. We're going to go into the footprints, though, to see this. news incoming. Watch the trades. All the algos cleared
Sweep
out.
and QU5
Boom.
CME buyers at 23,046.25.
See how it's about a bunch of zeros? Popped up into 426 buy side. There's a 325 lot trying to prop the price up at 23.51.
Sweep and QU5 CME sellers at 23,052. Absorption and QU5 CME buyers at 23,052.
23.52.
Absorption ESU5 CME buyers at 6,292.25.
That's a pretty nice player, size player.
Sweep ESU5 CME sellers at 6,292.25. Absorption ESU5 CME buyers at 6,292.25.
Another 82.85 seller entering up here. We getting a slingshot on these sellers, or what is the dealio? We basically came above the value area high range. Like if it comes below the second lot of seller, then possibly having some rewarding on the sell side. You took that? Nice. When it went below this 85 lot, I'm seeing if it goes below this sell side lot for a test of a little bit more of the seller induction. Do we reward some of the sellers here? Or is it the buy? Is the buy the play?
Sweep ESU 5 CME buyers at 6,295.75.
Nice pop there for a buy. If somebody was playing that slingshot, good job on you. Got a 200 lot at 6,300 on ES. It's been static the entire time. Are they trying to sweep that? Not so much induced up here. It's about to sweep the 6,300. I should have taken the punishment of the sell side. It's my bad on the top step. It's another loss for that. Out for the top step. Wah, wah, wah. I don't know why I tried to take the reward of the sell side. It was clearly a slingshot to the upside, but whatever. All right, that's out. I already hit the button though, so. Boo, 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 boo. once again, does it come back on these inflection points
Absorption
for the
ESU
idea
5
of
CME
rewarding the
sellers at
sellers? That was a large seller. That was
6,294.75.
partially why I was interested the first time. Had I just waited like 5 minutes.
Sweep ESU 5 CME sellers at 6,295.5. Absorption ESU 5 CME buyers at 6,295.5.
The 63,200 lot wall is still holding. Wants to burst through. They're pulling back the battering ram, perhaps. Okay. Yeah. It was a sweep of the highs, pretty quick sweep of the highs. So are we getting this sweep to come back into value area? Once it comes below the 52 level, the 340 plus 140 lot player starts to get rewarded. Keeps bouncing off that 87 lot at 60. Whoa, that almost spilled. That would have sucked. Jittered up right there, just recovered about 40 ticks. We went just shy of the 6,300. Did it algorithmically pop up to allow some shorts to position here? And then if so, then are they going to come back on them and start rewarding them as this bull trap? I don't know. Or is this a continued slingshot to punish the daily sellers into buy, turning them into buy side, sweeping up to 6,300? Starting to inch up to 6,300 again. The 200 lot has become 154. They're starting to push some orders up to 6,310. I don't really have I try to not be leaning, but yeah. I'm about to close this actually. It looks like it's about to burst up to the 6,300, so I'm not really feeling it until, like I said, it's not real until it goes below that
Sweep
inflection
ESU
point.
5
So
CME buyers at
they just swept
6,299.75.
300. Somebody put 85 more up there, so they're looking to get their fill. They're iceberging in. When I see a large player like that, that raises eyebrows for like a general narrative shift. Like rarely do you see 300 players be wrong. Now, does that mean they can obviously withstand a huge point spread? But normally that means like in the next day or two they'll get their favor, or in the next week or something. So just something to think about. So did it pop up above this range for the day to allow positions to establish? I don't know. I really don't know. Sorry, 6,300 now, putting 93 up there. All right, we got the hourly close in 9 minutes. It's long until going below 52. That's pretty much what I would say. Cleared the 300s. Boom, 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 boom. Yo. You just missed a little pop from the PPI. Some red folder. Yeah. Who's that? Oh. They just kind of keep track of those 30 seconds and then bye. Interesting. You learn something new every day. Indeed. Seems like a plan. Ilhadi, there's 100 total at this level here at 71, but that's 55 on the sell side and 46 on the buy side, so it's even Steven, so it's not really like an inflection point. It's not lopsided. All right, Cat, let's keep it not in aggressively attentive mode, please. You can remain if you're not annoying. Humans are indeed porcupines. We like prick each other if we get too close. Or we have a tendency to, let's say. You're lucky if that doesn't happen. So we have an 87 seller lot at 2360 and a 480 lot at 52 on NQ. If it goes below 2352, I'm inclined to believe that the sellers are in control. Until that time, it's just bounce off of them long. But that's a huge player. There's a 341 and 140 lot at that 52 level from the pop-up and then the pullback. So are they positioning into a short for like a long-term play? I have no idea, but a large player like that on NQ is rare, or it's just somebody trailing the profits and getting out. Either way, big player. For what? It is volatile, and there is like ES kind of giving permission to run. I remember that. Boop, 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 boop. And 1 minute till the hourly close, or less than. Just closed now. Okay. 30 minutes officially. Wait a minute. We had Monday's high. How many points above the high did we go? 18. A previous day high, 20 points above the high. I'm getting deja vu about that. But that's just Mondays. But yeah, we did go significantly higher on Tuesday, but still 18.5. Also the wick where Wednesday bounced.
You have a Mac Studio as well, right? Oh, nice. What's the new one specs? Is it M2, M3? What are they up to now? How is it? Fun? Good? Baby, bye, bye, bye. Okay, the first 87 contract seller is at 2360 until we go below that guy. There's no sellers stepping up. $23.52 is the what do you call it? The inflection point of whether the sellers got gusto or not. Damn, you're a literal wizard at that. Andrew, that sound is like a drum sound effect on Bookmap. You can, when it has a significant movement in a direction, it starts to show the aggression or whatever. Yeah, if you're having all those assets like oil and gold and everything, but I'm sure like you can have these on on different tabs within it. So you just dedicate a space to a monitor and just toggle between them. And then you can kind of see where the resting orders are at least. So you can be like, okay, well, these guys haven't moved since we popped up, so it's probably aiming at these guys kind of thing. Like it creates like a, what do you want to call it? Like, yeah, it's, I would imagine you could develop for that like easily, probably. Oh, hmm. Bow. Bow. What? The opening range.
That is a fact. If it is going to bounce for real, it should come back and at least retest the 52s with those large sellers and see if they have more conviction to add more. What do I know, though? It's been hesitating at that first 87 lot at 60. About 15 minutes until open. Okay, I'd like to see this pull back at least to the 52s. It's annoying though. That's why I play video games for the before the open. Hatsfield, yeah, I'm chatting on Discord. I just muted myself though, so I'm only chatting here because I don't want to interrupt his flow. Just look at that guy though. Look, 341, 140. It's interesting. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm already like 23 ticks up. Yeah, coming back to 52 is like at least where I'm thinking to take the first contract. That would be nice. That would be the volume point of control too, where it bounced up.
All right, can we just pull back to like 53, you know? Let me go to break even safely. Got 12 minutes for the open. Okay, it's just algorithmic chop suey at this point. There's nothing really in here noteworthy. Just those characters that were hit and established more at 2360. So until it goes below 2360, there's no hope just until that point. It bounced off of that 87 character, so seems pretty stuck to me. Ten minutes. Well, it's not going down. Eight minutes. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let me get my cat out of here. All right, so what are we doing? We essentially, a 500 lot on
Sweep ESU 5 CME buyers at 60 to
the
97.
500 lot just
Absorption
got
ESU 5
absorbed
CME
on
sellers at
ES.
60 to 97.
Somebody tried to sneak a 500 lot sell up there, but it got executed immediately, and it was only there for a split second. Sounds like somebody's in the bath or something. It's like ASMR trading. The purge. Ooh, I like that. All right, we got 3 minutes until we are open. Mm, mm, mm. 3 minutes.
Here we go. 3 minutes. Okay, less than 2 minutes. Less than a minute. Watch your trades. Am I going to regret hitting this button pre-market? Most likely, probably. Got 37 seconds. And 17 seconds. And here we go. Jitter, jitter, jitter. Jitter to the downside, please. Go back to the inflection points. Go back to... No. You're going to just bounce. You're just going to use it as a slingshot, aren't you? Well, we're going to take the loss.
Absorption ESU 5 CME sellers at 6,300.75.
Ooh. Nice. I like the pivot. Lovely. Boom. Paid. Paid on the pays. Got paid too. Boom. We're coming back on those 400 contract sellers, so they're starting to get rewarded now. Runner just chilling. 21 ticks in profit on the runner. And we are chilling like a villain. We just hit 325 in sell side and an additional 293 as we came back to that 52. We were looking to peel the first contract out, and we did. Now I'd like to see this just accelerate. Lovely. This is awesome. All right, so we had a 222 buyer step up at 35. It just came and took my runner. Either way, a win is a win. So that seller bought at 35, maybe. If it comes back on this buyer, I'm going to consider do we come back to the VWAP? Do we get some buyer absorption here at that 222 buyer at 35? I'm looking to see some buyer absorption. Starting to come back on the buyers here. Back at VWAP, accelerating down.
Sweep and QU5 CME buyers at 23,030.75.
Let's just make it $1,000 on that. This is a Buell and Ox. We're back at the settlement. I'm out. Settlement VWAP, not my happy. Good thing I got out. Yep, I got out of
Absorption
that short.
ESU5
I
CME
took like
sellers at
$400 and I was out.
6,297.5.
It was hesitating at VWAP, and you had to hit 158 and 340 in sell side, so it could have been the stop hunt to just continue rewarding this 222 buyer.
So we pushed into 463 sell side. Sellers are stepping up to the plate. We're back at settlement though and hanging around VWAP, so this is kind of like a ugly zone. We took 300 on this. That top step, man, I just keep giving back what I get. It's annoying. BS just chilling out at the 300, 6,300. It's kind of staying in the same range while NQ went down. There's a little bit of divergence, actually. Well, at least we got paid on that first trade that we were sitting in pre-market, you know? Should have held off on the top step. That was dumb of me, but we're kind of recovering all of the news pop. We're going to sweep the 2315s, it looks like. We're back at the volume point of control. 100 contract seller followed by a 67 seller here. Starting to reward the sellers again. Hit 43, 433 in sell side.
Absorption ESU 5
Nice.
CME buyers at 60 to 91.
Stop at break even.
Sweep
I took
ESU
that
5
short.
CME sellers at 60 to 91.
Undeniable.
Sweep NQU 5 CME
So I
sellers
took it
at
up
23,005.
$1,000 realized. Trailing stop at break even. It's gonna stop my trailing maybe. Yep. But $1,000 on the paid for Apex.
Absorption ESU 5 CME sellers at 6,294.75.
The VBOP and the volume point of control are sharing the same zone right now. Just recovered the volume imbalance on the jitter down. Because it came below this seller inflection point in the volume point of control, we're just gonna do one contract here and target the low, just 2300. Because it's coming below the volume point of control and this inflection point of these 433 sellers, I'm assuming the sellers are stepping back into control when it starts rewarding that inflection point. So I'll be on sides with them until it's not on sides. But not super confident. We're again at settlement, so they're settling contracts for London and Asia here, so it could do whatever it wants, really. Just hit another 80 lot. Sellers getting hit and not coming back on them. So just target the lows here. So it's coming back on this inflection point, or retesting it rather, until it comes above 23.21. I'm not worried just yet. Yes, starting to sell off at the 300s now. Do they come down to 62.85? It's a lot of resting orders from pre-market there. Okay, so you're getting a bunch of sell orders here at 23.16. Now it's coming above these guys, so is it turning it into a slingshot to the upside here? Yeah, it could be. We're going to set the stop to only like 155, willing to lose. That's 26. Yeah. Stopped.
just recovered the volume imbalance. Okay, try this again. I just went heavy on the short. Went heavy on the short on the Bulenox. Boom. That was $1,000. We recovered the volume imbalance, and then it was a touch and go. Did you see the touch and go on the 1,000 tick on NQ? Yeah, I muted myself because I didn't want to like talk over you or anything. Yeah, I was seeing something like that with some volume guys. If you don't mind, I can say stuff, so, but I won't, like, yeah.
Absorption ESU 5 CME buyers at 62.85.
All right, cool. Damn, we came 18 points. Oh, no, wait. With that was exactly 23 points above the Monday high and then short to the downside. Interesting. So it was interesting to have, like, I don't know why I had that
Absorption
thought it was going to
ESU 5
continue to the
CME
downside.
sellers at
Basically,
62.86.
seeing those 300 get tagged up
Absorption
top here,
ESU 5 CME sellers at 62.85.
I was just premature on the top step and got topped out. But the theory was to the downside. I think I made like 1,300 on the Bulenox. We'll check it later, whatever. It was at least 1,000. All right, so this doesn't really look like it has any end in sight. We're coming below, we're at value area low, so it could sputter here. You have some resting orders at 965. And yeah, they swept those resting orders on ES at 62.85 that we were just talking about. Next up is down a ways at 62.60, but other than that, you don't really have much. So it could engineer a bounce to get dollar cost average longs to try to add so they can continue lower. So it could consolidate here. We're basically done for the day. We made $1,000 on 2 PAs, lost $1,000 on a PA, but we've just been kind of going like this with top step. Kind of irritating, but
I might just take 1,000 so I'm like positive on the account and just count it as a washed account and just take the $1,000 and run. And then switch over to micros or something. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. It's going to pay for some of my Halloween festivities that I'm planning for my kids. All right, so you got a 76 seller, which could push it up to test the buy side and the late shorters. So this absorption of the seller, like he's a little bit premature, I think. Good shit. Yeah, that's amazing. All right, so coming back to this July 11th volume imbalance. So we went 23 points above the Monday high and rejected. That was confluence as well. Well, it was nice to be on the right theory for the day, despite taking a loss. You win some, you lose some. I might just wash that account so I could just stop thinking about it. I got to use the facilities. We got 3 minutes until the candle close. I'm basically done for the day, so I'll just leave this up so you can see the inflection points and whatnot, and the delta over here and the resting orders. I'll be right back. like we were saying, it's going to consolidate around the value area low because there's nothing really to hit, especially on ES. It hit that 6285 order, so it's engineering more buy side. You got 100 lot engineered at 62.7D, and then 300 getting defended again. But yeah, coming up to possibly, yeah, I was saying we swept like a large resting order at 62.85, and there's not really much that's been around for a while, so they're gonna like hang out here and consolidate while they make new levels. I can see that. There's like a 84 lot that's been there a while. We were basically up $2,000 for the day, but lost $1,000 on the top step. I just keep going back and forth on that account. I might just take the week payout and wash it. How's everyone doing out there in YouTube land? Hopefully you're doing green. You guys are champs for joining the channel. Looks like it could be buyer absorption because you're like hitting 170 and 130 in buy side. You're like stopping out the shorts and inducing some dollar cost average longs without coming above this idiot box. Until you come above this like wick, it's basically just a retest to 23,000 and then downside some more perhaps. You got 3K and sell delta for the session, and we haven't really swept the lows yet. Coming out of value area low. Or bouncing off it.
Sweep and QU5 CME sellers at 22,969.5.
If it exits value area low, it could be testing the lows for the session down at 22,930. We'll stay with you for another 15-minute candle close and see where she goes. If it breaks the range and the lows.
Sweep and QU5 CME sellers at 22,954.5.
Just swept 371
Sweep
sell side.
ESU5 CME sellers at 6,279.5.
Next stop is the previous swing low 929.25 and the previous month high Monday mid and previous week mid. So you have a bunch of key levels down here. This July 11th volume point of control wasn't enough to hold us. You had the downward volume cloud just insinuating more downside. Okay, so ES, what is ES doing? ES coming to that 62.75 level. ES is almost at that 62.75 level. Well, you have a 564 lot that just popped up on ES. They just disappeared. Yeah, coming back to value area low. Once again, even just simplifying, not looking at anything but volume, daily volume profile, is the value area low. Come back into value area low long. Come out of value area high short. And most of the time you can get paid from here to there. From value area low, maybe up. Who knows? So getting acceptance back in the value area low for long and rejection off the value area high for short. Sure, it's going to play around like it did, but if you have like a stop that you're taking any profit that it gives you, get paid, get paid, get paid, get paid. Nice. Yeah, seeing that 500 lot telegraph, that was like showing they were like wanting to push it up. Indeed. We just hit the volume imbalance. That was a 200, 400, and 350 reclaim of buy side. So we came just slightly lower of the July 11th volume point of control. Now you're starting to get the cloud shift. This could be a delta slingshot to continue engineering sell side to push up more in the buy side. Oh my goodness. Oh my lord.
Absorption ESU 5 CME buyers at 62.88.
This is one thing I'm getting for my Halloween party thing. Got a plan for it now, but some laser tag for my science kind of sci-fi idea. So from the July 11th volume point of control, now rejecting off the July 10th volume point of control. Generally what you see is you get a push up, a push down to the cloud, and a continue. This is literally what the Nasdaq symbol looks like. Look at this. There's a reason the Nasdaq looks like this, right? And so it'll come back to this cloud, and I could see a possible continuation idea, but you'd have to see into the candles to see what it's hitting. It just hit about 442 sell side here. This push back. I'm not taking any trades. The 15 minute just closed, so as I said, we're just staying with you to see what this 15 minute happened. Kind of indecision. Lightsaber. Do we recover this wick? Is there a push down and recover this wick of the previous low for London? It's kind of inside the range for the day. Either way. Alright, ladies and gents, stay blessed, stay positive, and stay frugal. We'll catch you tomorrow.